Hello, welcome back to LIVENODING. In this episode, I want to share the breakdown of this artwork that I created yesterday. So it was inspired by an artwork by another artist that he posted on Twitter. But yeah, basically I make a bit of changes and turn it into these animations. So the whole thing is created using geometry nodes. Maybe you don't need to use geometry nodes, but I think there's a lot of potential procedural thing that you can do, like for example things like this wood or chopstick or like a spike. I can reuse that in for the grass, for example. And yeah, I'll show you the whole setup. It's not really complicated. It just takes a bit of procedural thinking when you start it, and because this is really simple. So yeah, I actually started with this stick. Okay, the stick, and we have this alien eyeball like a satay, but the stick, I start with the stick, which is just like a simple cone. Okay, I can make changes to the cone, and you can see the whole thing changes because it's based on a single nodes tree. And I assign this pink material for the chopstick, but I can change it into any color. Alright, so that's for the stick, and the control I give, the control I gave to this assets is just like a depth. I should have given another one that's centered the objects, but for now I think this is what I need. And I simply rotate and place it in place. Place it in the 3D view, so they look kind of correct. Okay, this is like manual works, but if I need to make it longer or shorter, I can do that using geometry nodes. Okay, the stick that's poking into the eyeballs alien is, this is also I place manually. I created only one at first, and I simply make an extension. Like if I want to make another one, I can just do this, just duplicate this guy and then offset the time. Okay, you can already guess this. The eyeball monster is just made using sphere. Okay, so let's take a look. Oh, actually I think I use a cube for the eyeballs and also for the body. Okay, this is the eyeballs, and I think I did scale it. I subdivided it 3 times and then scale it, set shade smooth, and set a material. So for this, each of the alien have this black eye material and then the pinkish shader for the skin. And so the body, okay, this is the head. You can make changes, so I can increase the crease so it's a bit more boxy for the head. You can make it into anything that you want, basically. So for the body, it's just a simple cone that's been extruded only on the side, which is, yeah, we get this kind of strange looking shape, but it can represent the body. I mean, you can use like a different variety to get a different look. And then I subdivide it. Yeah, I can actually leave it blank like that. It's kind of interesting as well. And then I transform it into place, so it's a cone, but it makes the body. I can make the arms, etc., but I think it's okay for now. For the animation itself, it's just a sine wave. I'm just simply rotating this alien, but I'm rotating it only in the x-axis, and here I'm using the scenes time, and then there's this offset. For each one of them, I give this parameter to offset the swing. Okay, so it's there, they're swinging. I think it gives a lot into these animations. This is the speed. This is speed. And then the sine wave multiplier. Okay, this is also, oh okay, that's also the speed. Okay, maybe I did something wrong there. This is the time multiplied for the sine wave, and then this is multiplying the amplitude. Okay, all right, this makes sense. We can increase the time. Yeah, all right, this looks more funny now. Okay, the rest of them, of course, we got these chopsticks that we can reuse, so I'm using it here for this shape. It looks like a grass. We can, because this is a Bezier curve, we can go to edit mode and then just delete everything and then simply make our own shape like that. Okay, so it's completely adjustable, and so we can resample it as much as we like based on the count or the length of the curve, whichever you like. This is the chopsticks coming in, okay, and then I use it. I use this geometry to instance, so we can instance it on points. Without this guy, we cannot. I don't think it works. Actually, it works, but it's better, I think. So these chopsticks can be, this grass can be really tall, so it's looking more like a bamboo or like a gate. But anyway, it's just the basic drill, you know, instance on points and then scale and rotate. I'm using the scale because this is just a simple chopstick objects. I can actually just scale it. It still work. Simple. And I scale it only in the z-axis, and then I randomize the rotations using random value. You can also use noise. Maybe it's looking better with noise, but it's up to you. Okay, and then I'm replacing the material. Remember, we use this pink color material for this instance of the geometry assets. I can just replace the pink with the new color, this grass material. So it's pretty easy to modify and make it adjustable for you, so we can have like the same kind of scenes setup and different variety of the composition. So this is one example. The floor is simply using the shadow catcher, so it's only catching the shadow from the light. So yeah, this is the floor. So same setup, right? You can just modify as you like. And the whole thing is geometry made of geometry nodes, so the assets that made using geometry nodes can be easily adjustable. So that's the point of this example. You can try making similar example. I mean, just try with a basic setup first, like this. You can think of this like a simple low poly artwork. I'll show you the link to the original illustrator of this, but yeah, this is just like a remix of that artwork. Yeah, but I think I quite like it. We can actually export this as AR if you like. Export as GLB. That should work. I mean, except with animations, you need to bake it out first. I can show it to you. You can just use Alembic, I think. Just use Alembic and then you instance the objects, and that should work. All right. Everything else you can just convert to mesh. Oops. Okay. If it doesn't work, you need to realize instances and then convert to mesh. That should now work. All right. So hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.